Just working on a BMW 7 Series at the moment. The car's got a bit of a smell in it, we've had a bit of a spillage, so we're just carrying out some deodorisation. Now we're going a little bit further than what we do in some cases. We do have times like now when we have to strip bits apart to get to a problem. Like for instance now, what we've had is a bit of a spillage in that seat there. So what had happened is it's obviously trailed down to the back edge of that seat, which roughly lines up this line kind of just here, and it's spilt in there for the most part. Now, it was quite smelly when we first got the car, but we carried out a 2-time cleaning surfaces where we've used counteractants and a few bio injections in places to sort that out. So the smell's a lot better now, probably about 65-70% better, but there's still quite a bit of a smell in the car. Now what happens is when spillage happens, or in this scenario where it's spilt down here, it's soaked through. So what you've got behind that carpet is an underlay, a very foamy underlay that's probably absorbed quite a bit of the spillage and the smell. So cleaned all this area up and the rest of the car, and like I say, we're left with a small percentage of smell. So now what we're going to do is remove this seat here as well, lift the carpet up, and then probably remove the square bit of underlay here, replace that, and then actually treat the carpet from both sides and see how we do with that. So we'll just take another bit of video after that, probably showcasing this bit of carpet up here and just seeing if we find any evidence or anything where the spill might go on. We've also taken off this here, which is that cover there. There was a bit of liquid in there. It could be to do with the spill, or it could be our chemicals, but either way these things must be investigated. So we'll do a bit more recording on the next parts and see what we find. Right, so continuing where we left off, we've now got these bits of carpet here after removing the trim here. So there's not actually an underlay on this one, it's actually kind of a dual carpet and membrane in one. So this is all foam, very dense, can hold a lot of liquid should there be any in there. There's no obvious signs of stain from the spillage on any of this, but there is an obvious odour after now pulling this bit of carpet up. No evidence of any spillage kind of down here, anywhere there, but there is again a bit of a strong smell coming from there. So we're now going to treat this area and this carpet with a few injections, clean it a bit more, and see where we get with that. There may be a bit of a smell on here as well that's quite a good material for an odour to be absorbed into. So we'll clean this up, see how it smells, let it rest a bit, and see where we go from there. We'll do maybe another little video just showing the car back together, and see how we go. Right, so final part of the video on the BMW 7 Series. As shown in the previous video, we had a bit of a spillage and the car was in pieces. So we've got the car all back together now. We're quite happy with how the car smells. That machine there is just something that puts a bit of an odour into the car. We're just putting leather in the car, as there is leather already in the car. So smelling it now, it smells 100% better than previous times. We've let the car sit a few days now, obviously in between treatments, just to see if any smell comes out. We've had dryers and heaters in here as well. The heat helps to kind of pull out any odour that might be in the car, just to make it obvious whether or not there is an odour in the car, because it is a cold time of year at the moment, and when it is cold, smells aren't as prevalent. So it seems like we've tackled the problem head on, and we've done it. But now what we do is we give the car back to the customer, see how they get on. We'll get in touch with them in a week's time just to see if there are any changes, if there's a little bit of a smell left or anything like that. I'm quite confident in what we've done, but you can never be too sure. Time is the best seller on this, so fingers crossed, and we'll see how we get on.